Why she watches you but doesn't reach out. She's watching. Oh yeah, she's watching for sure. You probably noticed this, and I know many guys can relate. This is something that can get very frustrating. It's a very common tactic that they always use. You ever notice how a woman can stop talking to you, stop calling, ghost you, disappear, basically just stop reaching out? But somehow she's still watching you. She views your stories, she likes a post from probably 3 days ago. She might even watch everything that you upload and will never say a word. Most guys probably think she's confused. Truth is that she is not confused. She's observing. This is a very common tactic they always use. And observation is something that women do when they're unsure about you, or if they're simply deciding something about you. They want to see, they want to investigate, they want to lurk, to put it in nice words. Let's break this down. See, the biggest problem I've noticed from men, whether I'm coaching, whether I'm talking to them, or just people asking me for life advice, is that many people confuse attraction, thinking it's only verbal, thinking it's only communication. That's simply the only way. If she's not talking to you, she's not interested in. That's not entirely true. Silence does not mean absence. I want that to be clear. I know many guys probably think so. She's not interested in me. She ghosted me. That means I'm taking that as I'm good off her. Not so fast. Hear me out. What it truly means is that it means the game has moved to a different arena. Think of it like a stadium. When the player is performing on the field, there's thousands of people watching them, whether live, on TV, in the stands. The audience doesn't shout every second. They don't run onto the field on every touchdown, every score, right? But they're still paying attention to every move. Well, those that actually go to the games and watch sports to watch the game, right? You will quickly realize women do the same exact thing. When she stops reaching out but still watches you, she's moved from participation to observation. And observation means evaluation. What you will slowly realize is that a woman will stop reaching out once she feels like the dynamic switched. Maybe she felt you were too available. Maybe she sensed that you were starting to chase. And the most common one is she probably wanted to see if you would panic, if you would lose your masculine frame, if you would step out of your character to entertain her, to seek validation or questions. Instead of confronting you directly, she does something much more subtle. She pulls back and she watches. As simple as that. Like, this is literally, I've studied this for years, was confused. How are you always viewing my stories? There would be a girl I remember back in the day, I would reach out to her, DM her. Maybe I said something wrong, but I would notice what she would do is that she would always just monitor every single post. Maybe she would like a post, but she would be top 5 to view it. I know some of you guys can relate. And it's always the ones that, you want to tie down or you want to settle down with, or the one that you're really attracted to. It's always, I promise you, it's always going to be like that. They will literally pull back, whether you were talking to her, whether you were trying to get to know her, she will pull back and watch you. Why? Because distance reveals her behavior. It always will. An example I can give you is, think of a scientist observing something under a microscope. The scientist doesn't interfere with the equipment. They simply sit back and just watch what the subject does naturally. And this is what you will notice, that women do the exact same thing to men. It's tragic, it's annoying, it's very frustrating, but this is exactly what they will do. When she pulls back, she's obviously watching how you respond. No ifs or buts. She wants to see how you react to it. Do you spiral now? Are you double texting? Are you taking it as your last text wasn't good enough? You should have said something else. I promise you, this is what I used to always think growing up. I shouldn't have said that. I said too much. In times, this could be true, actually, right? But I'm talking about maybe you weren't really saying too much. You've been watching what I've been saying on my videos, and you keeping it short and direct because you're waiting to see her in person, right? Sometimes this will still backfire. They'll still play this game with you. I know I'm always big on play no games. I normally would cut off, but I'll give you an example, but I'll give you a different perspective on how to react to this, especially if you want to entertain this more frequently, if you don't want to just cut it off completely, because that's something I would do, but I know not everybody wants to do that. So she also wants to see, are you going to stay grounded? Or do you continue living your life? And your reaction will tell her everything she needs to know, more than you can ever say. More than anything you could ever say. I promise you, guaranteed. In the modern world, observation becomes easier than ever. Simply because social media created something that's very much powerful. A window. She can literally watch your life without entertaining it. That's the scary part about social media. So without her really being in your life at all, she's monitoring it. She can watch what you're doing, who you're around, how you move, what your energy is like, what your energy looks like, without ever sending a message. Here's another example. Imagine you watching somebody in the middle of the night, looking through their window in their house. They have no idea you're watching them, but you can see everything clearly. Right? They have no idea you're watching. That's exactly what's going on. This is how many guys get confused. They think attention means attraction. They think attention means conversation. She wants to talk. Not so much. Because women often gather information silently. She either ask around if she knows people that know you, girls that know you, see if you're a F-boy, see if she can get some information out of you, or she'll just quietly watch you. Whether it be a burner account, whether it be her account, just peeping. She might even like a story to just play mind games with you, and then you go and DM her now thinking it's the green light. And then she hits you with a scene, or she just doesn't respond. With these type of women, I made a video on this, but you can see it over here. She wants attention. She might still be interested in you. She might be intrigued, but she doesn't really know where you stand. Maybe you're discreet. Maybe you're mysterious in a way, or maybe you put your life out there. So now it's easier for her to just get a sense. And what they will do is that sometimes they'll forget they're just constantly watching you. Because I've asked them straight up. I said, what's good with you? Why were you not responding? Especially after I attained her. After I'm like, why were you trying to play hard to get? She was like, oh, I'll never forget this. Some girl told me, she was like, oh, I mean, you know, I can tell you get a lot of attention. I know your DMs are flooded. And I'm telling her, I'm like, shouldn't I be asking you that? Like, she has a huge account, huge following, you know, one of those IG models. And she has the nerve to ask me, to tell me that I'm the one that she's skeptical about. It's so funny how they try to do reverse psychology. The quickest way to destroy your position, when you know she's watching you and you react emotionally, that's why I always say in my videos, be like water, flow. Don't crash out. Because when you start throwing random stories now, like subtle, maybe music that are kind of translating your feelings, your emotions, or maybe quotes, something like, oh, if you want to talk to me, just talk. Like stuff like that. That's what they want to see. They smile when they see that shit. I promise you. She probably still won't hit you up even if she sees that. Or she might say, hey, is everything okay? But they want you to react like that. When you act like nothing happened, I promise you, act like nothing, like you don't give a flying. And if you're able to just move on from her after that, then do it. Right? Do it. Because they're going to be direct. They're going to be direct with certain individuals. If a girl's feeling you, she going to reach out to you. Like, I don't have to talk to certain girls and they're going to reach out to me after a couple months, or I'll reach out to her. Like, I'm very transparent. I don't like games. I don't like, if I see, and this happens, I don't care how attractive she is. In my life, if I reach out to her because she was showing me love, maybe she followed me, and I show love, I reach out, right? And I wouldn't just wing it out of nowhere, right? If she's liked a couple posts, stories, she's always viewing, maybe I'll respond to a story, say you're fire, or, you know, something smooth. Like, oh, where's that at? It looks dope. You know, maybe she's on vacation. Hey, where's that at? Stuff like that. If I can't get a response, and then after I send that message, you go and view my story, you go and view my post, or whatever app you use, guys, Snapchat, Twitter, whatever it is. I take that as disrespect, right? And that could be excessive, but for me, it's like, time is precious, man. Like, I'm not gonna, when I was younger, yes, but I don't like playing games. I don't like putting someone in a position where I'm teasing them, right? Like, yeah, you don't want it when it's too easy, right? There's a balance. It's a sense of balance. But if I can't communicate with you, if I can't talk, I shouldn't feel like I have to earn it just to saying, hey, what's up? That was one of the biggest things on social media. It's not always like this though, I promise you this. Because I know this, because girls DM me first. Girls message, or if I message them, like, I see how it is. But I notice certain girls, because they are more attractive, right? So they think they are over here compared to the other girls. So she immediately, what she would do is try not to give you that access. She don't want to make it seem like it's easy for you to talk to her, reach out to her. And I get that. You can respect that too, honestly. I'm gonna be honest with you. When you see a girl like that, that's probably a good sign. So don't be hard-headed like me. I want to tell you that straight up, because that means that maybe another guy, especially if you have a good content together, you have a good profile, you look good, you're in shape, that means that majority of the time she's not responding to everybody's DM. She's not a pick-me girl. She's not super easy. That could be a good thing, especially if you want to take her serious, or if you want to, really have her around. So what you must do is not react emotionally. Act like it does not affect you. Even if you send a message, if you want to unsend it after, she doesn't respond, so be it. Who cares, right? But if you want to keep it, keep it. Don't trip. But the moment you start posting things for her, or like some guys do, try to go and trigger a reaction, yes, it can work sometimes. Maybe you do something, some music that she likes, you post on your story, and she might swipe up and say, hey, that's my song, this, that. Like, you can be clever with it. But the best thing to do is act nonchalant, act like you don't care. Oh, you're not interested? Keep watching me. Keep being a fan, right? You don't want to be part of this? Then just watch like majority of them then. Then you're going to have to treat her like that. The worst thing you can do is reach out and say, why are you watching me? Why are you watching my stories and not talking to me? Question mark. The moment you do that, you reveal something. And I know many guys are not doing that, but I know there's a good amount of guys doing stuff like this. The moment you do that, you reveal something to her. You reveal that her silence is controlling your emotional state. Now she got you. Now she has that smirk behind the scenes that you don't see. She's like, I got him. Now she can move on a flow state. She dictates what this is. If it escalates, if it doesn't. This is the worst position you can be at. That's why it's not good to reach out and show your expression like that. No matter how intrigued you are, no matter how annoyed you are, because this shit's annoying. The moment you do that though, attraction will drop like a fucking, I'm telling you, it's bad. Because like I always say, attraction thrives on mystery. Neediness removes that mystique, removes that mystery about you, that suspense, right? She's watching you to feel you out, to see what you do on a day-to-day, see if you guys are aligned. Even though, yes, you can communicate, but it's like, what some girls will do is like, they don't want to even waste time in talking, especially if they've been through this phase, or what a lot of women do is like, their last relationship didn't go well, or she was talking to a guy and never led anywhere. She don't want to repeat the same cycle. They think all guys are the same. So what she would do is she would just monitor. She would just watch and see if something that makes her want to reach out to you. And I'm going to show you how to get her to reach out to you. First, the paradox that most men miss, most men don't understand, the less you react to observations, the more curious she becomes. Think of it like a movie trailer. A good trailer doesn't show the entire film. It's a tease, a sneak peek. Get you hooked. Get you to get your ass to the movie theater and go watch it and buy the full ticket. That's what they want. It just shows enough to make people want more. Does that make sense? If your life looks calm, focused, moving forward, that's a very great sign. Because you're not reacting to her watching you. You simply are keep moving. You keep going forward. You act like you don't really care. Life goes on. She will immediately start wondering. She will start thinking, why hasn't he reacted? Why does he seem not affected by it? If you want to add a cherry on top, and if you want to add a bonus, what I would advise is don't even monitor her. Let her keep watching you. Don't pay her no mind. Especially if you reached out, especially if you can just tell she's curious. Make it seem like you're busy, like you pay no mind. You don't really care. Because if she doesn't want to communicate, there's no point in monitoring. For what? For it to never go anywhere? For it to never really have a conversation? Because when she's ready, she'll reach out to you. With this type of female. And curiosity is one of the most powerful emotional triggers in attraction. When curiosity grows, silence often breaks. Truth that most guys probably don't want to hear, but I'm going to tell you anyways. because I want it to be direct so you understand it truly. She could also be watching you for a whole different reason. Not because she wants to come back, because she wants to see if she made the right decision. Maybe she's an ex, maybe she moved on, she has somebody else, and she just keeps lurking because she wants to know if she missed out. You will slowly notice is that they want to see if they missed out on something that's going well in your life, especially if you leveled up. Especially, that's why I said the best thing you can do, I would say revenge, but it's not even revenge, honestly. It's like you focus, you redirected that energy to your purpose, to your mission. Now you're making moves, now you're doing good for yourself. Now she's watching. And what slowly happens is that you will notice they'll continue watching. And when you notice that she does and she never reaches out, she's intrigued. People do this all the time. When someone leaves something behind, they still glance. They still check back to see if they left something. They still glance back to see what they walked away from. It's human nature. And this is why you should never build your life around someone who's watching you. Keep your focus forward, because ironically, that guy, that man that moves forward without looking back is the one who becomes the most interesting to watch. I guarantee you this. Whenever I see this now in my life, I literally just, like, I don't care. It used to trigger me, like, to the point where I might even used to block people or hide them from viewing just because I don't like people being nosy. But when that happens, look at it in the bright side. You have an interesting life. Or they are emotionally hooked on you. Or she doesn't know how to reach out to you. It's a lot of different things, because life is all about perspective. We can think it's this, we can think it's that. Yes, majority of the women that do this are just lurking. She probably is intrigued by you, or she probably is with somebody and she doesn't even want to tell you. This is a whole different topic, right? I've had girls that are married still talk to me while they have a whole husband, whether they're in a different state, different country, and he has no idea about it. It's very sad, honestly. There's the other type that is with somebody, right, is in a relationship, but is very attracted to you. And maybe you're a playboy, maybe you have options. So she wants to see if she has that space. Like, something goes wrong, she will fly back to you. I promise you. This always happens. So don't pay it too much attention. The best thing you can do is just stay focused. Don't watch. Do not watch the stories. Do not view her posts. Do not like anything. Do not comment. Do not do any of that. Because the moment you do that, you give in. She will eventually reach out to you. She will eventually have some bullshit to respond to on your story. You know, keep posting your gym. Keep posting whatever lifestyle you do. Because something will get her to click into, even if it's a heart, even if it's a... So I would not, and I would advise in trying to make it work, right? Let it happen organically. If it does, it does. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, so be it. But don't reach out. Don't monitor. Don't, try to get emotional and start making posts or reaching out to her. Like, there's no point. When they do this, they want to see, and they will do this probably for years. Like, I'm telling you, like, I promise you. And it's mind-blowing, too. Sometimes it's like, what can you always be watching me for? Acting like you're not feeling them, boy. That's what they'll do. They act like they're not feeling you, but they're going to always be top 5, top 10. So look at it as a positive. You have something intriguing about you. Maybe you're attractive. Maybe you have a good lifestyle. Maybe they just like your content, right? Sometimes it's just what it is, but sometimes, too, it's just people being nosy. But what I would advise is to stay focused. Only go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. So someone like this that is playing mind games, that is trying to get you off zone, like, I get it. This is female nature. This is what they do. But you have to understand that a woman that likes what she wants, a woman that knows what she wants, is going to make it known. She's going to shoot her shot. I promise you. Because if I get girls shooting their shot at me, I know you guys do too, or you guys will. So the right woman will. Not all of them, though, right? There's some that are bougie. There's some that think they're high status. So they want you to reach out, but then she'll play these games and just keep watching you. Then now when you reach out, she doesn't respond, right? And then maybe she will let it sit there for a couple of weeks, and then she will respond to your story or something, or she will text you, It's like a game. For me, it's like the biggest thing I've done in my life is that I cut off any BS, right? Because I've realized my time is precious. My time is valuable. I can't waste it. I can't give someone the opportunity to play with it. You can't give someone the access to dictate if they want to enter your life, if they don't. If they don't want to enter it, by all means, peace. It's all, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care how attractive you is, boo. Like, it's just how it is. Because for somebody else, she's going to hit him back, respond fast. It's just how it is. It's just how the game is. So, key takeaways from this video: do not engage, do not react emotionally, do not make it known. Act like you don't even know she's watching, right? Maybe like a post, old post, just hit that double tap, all right? But never view her stories. Never comment. If she does reach out, comment or anything, don't respond until she gets into that message, until she texts you, until you feel me? And the more you ignore her, so I always say, ignore them. Just ignore them. Literally just ignore them. It will drive her nuts. When you stay calm, it will drive her crazy. You can see that video here. It's crazy. It's crazy how modern woman is, and this is how modern dating is nowadays. It's like very like, it just seems like BS. Like just games after games. Like I stopped playing games, video games for over a decade now. I'm not knocking y'all if you do, but I realized like life is a game. Life is an illusion. Life is like literally a video game, like you in a Matrix. Like I'm not gonna go play all these side quest games and this when I can change my reality. So it's like, why entertain it? Why play these games? If you have time to, then so be it. But if you value your time, if you value and you respect yourself, don't give in. And you will notice too, it's always the people too that you knew from way back that probably never showed love, that, you know, seen you elevate, never said anything, but will continue to watch. It's unfortunate how people, because I really don't understand it, because I make it a thing to mind my business. If someone doesn't respect me, why would I constantly watch you, right? If someone doesn't like me, why would I constantly monitor you? I don't give a fuck. It's all love, right? But it's like, I am not going to go out my way to make it or force something, and then what you will slowly realize is that even if she swerves you now and then you elevate in a year or two or even less than a year, they're going to come back. They're going to spin the block. They're going to keep monitoring. When they see you now living the life that they kind of envisioned or they want to be part of now because it seems appealing, right? But they wasn't with you during the dark times. They wasn't with you during those rough nights. So there's no way you should be able to give her access, right? If you want to hit it and quit it, that's on you. I would say be very mindful what you give your energy to. As I got older, I realized you can't even be having sex with these women like that, like, because you're transmitting energy when you're making love. Believe it or not, like, you are sending out either bad energy or good energy. You don't know who this woman is. You don't know what she got behind her history, her dark times. You don't know. So it's like, someone that cannot communicate, that's just always my thing. If I can't speak to you, what's the point? If it's that hard to, right? If you're acting like you are, you know, like a celebrity or something, like I can't, like she's acting like it's illegal to talk to her, why waste your time, brother? Fuck it. So yeah, if you ever notice a woman watching your life but never reaching out, don't panic, don't overgive, don't perform, don't chase, just let it be. Because observation doesn't really mean the story is over. It doesn't. She has the right to just monitor and to lurk, right? That's what they will do. Sometimes it just means that she is quietly deciding if she wants to take you serious, if she wants to give you access, deciding what role you'll play in the next chapter. It's a lot of different multitude of things, right? But yeah, if you want to understand attraction on a deeper level, on a psychological level, I break down these dynamics inside my book, The Art of Detachment. You can check it out on the top link in the description or pinned comments. And if this video helped you see things differently, subscribe to the channel, turn the post notifications on, like the video, comment, share, and I'll catch you guys on to the next one, man. And remember, don't overdo it, don't react emotionally, stay calm, stay level-headed, stay focused. Stay focused, because the biggest thing is that you have to understand, people, if you give them access to, they will waste your time. They will maneuver with it, they will play with it, they will, especially if they're bored, they got nothing going on. She's probably talked to someone, but you know, she wants to have somebody on the side for backup. She likes what you do, your lifestyle is intriguing, but she doesn't really want to fully commit. She wants to make it hard. These are all options that you get to experiment and you get to give access to based off your desire, right? But be very mindful of the energy you put out. Be very mindful of who you give your energy to, because not everybody deserves it, right? So understand, if she's not meeting you halfway, if she's not reciprocating the energy, if you're showing love, you're liking, you're doing this, and she's never reciprocating it, but she's always watching you, that should be a green sign that this is not compatible, that this is just maybe stalking behavior, maybe just weird behavior, right? Like, communication is key. It's simple. That's my outlook on it. If someone can't communicate or speak to me, why would I give them access? Why would I give them time? Simple. But, you know, make your decision wise. Hopefully this video helps, because I know every guy's experienced this, and it's something that can be annoying, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Don't overthink it, don't overcomplicate it. Remember, clarity of mind, discipline of motion. You got this. And I'll catch you guys until the next one, man. Be easy. If you guys like this video, watch this video up next.